Hello, crew. How's everyone today? I hope you're all doing fabulous. Today, we're going to talk about 3 essential steps to grow your team and also to be able to duplicate within your team. Now, the context is around social media, obviously, like how do we do this on social media? And these 3 things may seem really, really basic, but it just amazes me how many people don't know how to do them. So I just want to highlight to you, I've talked about this before more than once, but we really sometimes need to go back to basics with social media and really work out what to concentrate on. So that's what I'm going to share today. It will be a relatively quicker one than normal because if you are live with me, I am an hour and a half earlier than I normally am because I've got to host a webinar in less than 30 minutes on reviewing a whole lot of people's Facebook ads. So those of you that are live with me, thank you for adjusting to this one-off with the new time. I really appreciate you guys being here because it's not my normal time. And those of you watching the replay, you're none the wiser. So it's all good. So I hope everything is going well in your part of the world. Are you getting any restrictions eased? Our government's making decisions in 2 days' time. And we're hoping for some restrictions to be lifted because we've done really well with our results with the virus. That's obviously what I'm talking about in the last few weeks. So hoping that life can get back to a little bit to normal soon here in Australia and hopefully for you as well. So let's just say a quick hello. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I should introduce myself if we've not met before. My name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. So my purpose here is to help home-based business owners bring their business online and learn modern social media strategies to attract people to you. So we don't want to chase our family and friends. We don't want to sort of draw people dragging into our business. We truly want to attract people to us so they actually reach out to us. And so it's a very, it's a much more nicer way to build a business in this industry than, the traditional way. So we have entrepreneurs here, direct sellers, those with a home-based business, small business, network marketers, those in MLM, that kind of business model, and really learning to leverage social media in different ways. It is a very busy platforms, should I say, social media. It can get very complicated, especially if you go into Facebook advertising. There are so many different things to learn and it can get very overwhelming. You'll hear something from somebody say, do this. You'll hear something from somebody else saying, oh, no, don't do that. You'll have uplines or people in your business saying, don't waste your time on social media. Do it this way. Reach out to your 100 people, those kind of things. And you'll have other people say attraction marketing. So it's a real mixed bag of being successful online in social media. The one thing we do know is that it's against Facebook policies to push a business on your personal profile. Doesn't mean you can't have results on a personal profile. It's just the activities that you take and the words that you use. So we can work around that to some degree. But obviously a business page is where you want to be if you're in this, for the long term and you really want to grow and, maybe do advertising somewhere down the line if you're not already. We can only really do that on a business page because we're sort of capped on a personal profile as to what we can do and the features that we have, and business pages are just getting more and more and more features, and it's unlimited and you can do advertising. So your ability to reach more people is much higher than on a personal profile, let alone we do need to obviously be aware that it is offensive against Facebook policies to build a business on a personal profile. So we don't want to get you shut down either with Facebook advertising or through your personal profile. So just a few quick hellos here. How is everyone? We've got Crystal on, Patricia, Gloria is here. Good to see you guys. We've got Cindy here. Susan is here. Tammy. Oops, where did my mouse go? Hang on, back up. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jen. Hello, Lani. I've missed you too. Watching from an overcast Brisbane. Miss seeing Henry too. Yeah, Henry's my little bot over here behind me. We're sharing something similar today, Lani, because it's very overcast here today as well. Hey, Laurie, how are you? Hello, Beth. How are you and the family? Helen, we're great. We're doing really well at the moment. Thank you, Crystal. Tammy is a member of our coaching community. Hey, Carol, you're watching from work. Again, don't get yourself into trouble, Carol. Hello, Ford from New York. Good to see you on. Good to see all the training and education you're doing at the moment, Ford. Now, the next step is to put it all into action, but love the action that you're taking it, and taking the opportunity to learn while you've got this downtime. Hello, Heather. Lovely to see you on. None lifted yet. So here's hoping for the future. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Rick. We've got the Australian animals going on. I've got a little competition. Well, not just rivalry. Shall we say that, Rick? With who puts the best pictures up regarding Australian native animals. I think it's too early to lift restrictions right now. So in some places, most likely. I think we are going to get some in Australia by the end of the week, but it could so easily turn, couldn't it, guys? Like they could lift restrictions, but it's like I was saying yesterday, I'm sure there's still people walking around with the virus that don't know they've got the virus. So that if they start mingling in society, it could very easily quickly get out of control again. So obviously the governments need to be very careful with slowly lifting restrictions. Good to see you too, Jen. I'd much rather attract people to me than chase people. Here. Hi, Aldith. Good to see you on. Hello, Tina. Great to see you here. We've got Monica as well. We're getting a bit of snow here in Toronto on the weekend. Cool. All right, so I'll get into the content. So thanks again, guys. As you know, this is a different time for me, so I do appreciate you guys being here. Oh, we got a couple of more. We got Teresa, we got Louisa. So great to see you all here. So I just want to strip it back to basics for a minute with social media and building a business online, because there's three things I'm going to share with you, but there's one really important thing that you all need to be doing regardless of what strategies you're doing, what platform you're using. It could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be LinkedIn, whatever platform is your choice. There's one thing that each and every one of us need to continue to do to be able to build our business online. So that first thing is growing an audience. Always growing an audience. That shouldn't be new to you. What's interesting to me is how much people, that's really bad English, but what I'm trying to say is how many people don't really know how to do that effectively. So for those of you listening that you've run out of your warm market, so your friends and family, like you've gone through them and you're thinking, I don't know who else to talk to. I don't know how else to get leads. But you're going on social media and you're posting a few things here, there and everywhere, hoping that it'll catch somebody's, attention. So for those of you that know that you've gone through your warm market, or you know that your family and friends aren't really in your target market for your business, then you need to grow your audience outside those people. Now, some of you will be doing a few little curiosity posts maybe on your personal profile, and you might be starting a business page, so you're doing a little bit of both, but you're not really sure how to sift and sort through those people that are on your personal profile to maybe get them over to your business page. Maybe they're a good prospect for your business, but you don't really know. So these are things I'm going to be going through in a training in a couple of weeks' time. I want to give you guys some more ideas of what to post on social media to sift and sort through people that may or may not be a good fit for your business. So then number two, you can engage with the right people. To some degree, somebody's put up their hand from something that you've posted to give you an indication that this is a person that may be worth engaging with. So growing your audience, and you can do that a couple of ways. You can do that through organic strategies, or you can do that through Facebook advertising. Even if you are doing Facebook advertising and that's your predominant form of growing your audience, you should still be doing organic strategies to build engagement. Otherwise, your algorithm is going to bottom out for you big time. Anything you do post or you go live on social media, it's not going to be shown in front of everyone because you're just putting all your eggs in the advertising basket and you're not putting enough effort on your business page. Obviously, you have to have a business page to do advertising. So you should be doing a combination of both. But doing organic strategies, now there's different ways to do that. So you can network and prospect online, and some of you may be doing that. You may be Facebook friending people and building relationships and things like that, and that's absolutely fine. And if you're not doing any advertising, you should be networking, because what I see is a major problem with people in this industry on social media is they sit there and wait. They wait for people to come to them. They wait for people to engage on their Facebook lives. They wait for, the audience to grow. So if you want more love on social media, you want to grow faster, you want to build your audience faster, there are things that you can do and strategies that you can put in place organically to speed that up, to sift and sort the right people organically. We are in a risky environment, particularly on Facebook, with advertising. Ads are getting shut down, accounts are getting shut down. So we need to be able to be growing our audience organically while we're doing the advertising and building it up and building a profile and building influence. Because when you build influence and you recommend something, people will opt into that or ask you about that, or you open the door for a conversation and they're fine to ask what that is. So you should always be growing your audience. Think of bricks and mortar shops. If no one went into their shops, they're not selling anything, and not every person will buy. So how many shops have you walked into, but you've walked out again because you haven't found what you wanted? So, but all shops need a volume of customers, a volume of prospects to walk in the door, to sift and sort, to get those people that are willing to buy. Your business is no different on social media. You need a lot of people to interact with and engage with and build your audience to your front door. So your front door could be a business page, a little bit of your personal profile business page. You could be in a couple of different places, creating curiosity on your personal profile, but building a business page. But the more people you've got looking at you, the more people that you are engaging and building relationships with, the more opportunity you're going to have to get leads and sales. So always, 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 you should be doing whatever you can to build your audience. And this is what I'm going to go through. My next boot camp in a couple of weeks' time is called the Organic Growth Boot Camp. I'm going to give you guys in my coaching community strategies that I've not taught before, and sifting and sorting, posts and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool. But, each and every one of you should be really striving to always be growing your audience. If you've got the same amount of people, let's say you've got a business page. If you've got the same amount of people on your business page as you did 6 months ago, you're not growing your opportunity you're not increasing your opportunity to grow your business. You've always got to be getting new people to your page. Always got to be adding new people to your personal profile, and then sifting and sorting them, if they're the right people, over to where you want them to go. So learning a lot of organic growth strategies is really important to being successful on social media, because you can't just sit there. And just think of this, if what I said before regarding giving love. If you really want to get more love on, personal profile, engagement, leading them to your business page, you've got to give more love. So you can't just sit there and do lives and do posts, but not give the time to network and build relationships on the flip side of it. So to get more love, you need to give more love. But the first thing is you've got to be growing your audience on an ongoing basis. Yes, you can do likes campaigns and stuff like that with paid advertising. So you can speed it up if you want to put some money behind it. Even if you do that, so I do both. I still have, a likes campaign and things going to build my audience through paid strategies, but I'm always, 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 always working on organic strategies as well, and building relationships, because that's what helps build my influence. Okay, so number one is the key one out of these three. The second one is, once you've got the audience, you need to engage with them and work out how to talk to them and drive questions out of them to get to know what they need. And then whatever they identify they need, you've got the solution. Driving the algorithm to work in your favor is all about engagement. You want more love, you give more love. Engage with more people first, and you'll get the engagement back. There's all sorts of strategies that I'm going to share with you in the Organic Growth Bootcamp in a couple of weeks' time regarding this. But engagement has got to be, behind growing an audience. You've got to engage with the audience. You've got, it would be really beneficial for you to learn how to, drive for engagement and interaction. Because if you're not getting interaction and engagement on, personal posts or posts that on your business page, then the algorithm is not working in your favor. It's actually sending messages to the algorithm and, not many people engaging here. No incentive to send their material to any more people. So we'll put another piece of content of somebody else's that is getting engagement and interaction, and we'll push that one out. Think of the amount of people on social media at the moment and the amount of posts that Facebook has to sift and sort through to put in front of people. So you go to your news feed and Facebook has had to make a decision as to whose content they put in front of you. So whose content they put in front of you comes down to who you're, interacting with and engaging with, and vice versa. But you want Facebook choosing your posts to put in front of other people because they're entertaining or valuable or educational and people are engaging with them. So we've got to put a lot of effort into engaging with people. It should be part of your DMO that you just engage with people in whatever way possible. And I'll give you strategies in the bootcamp to engage with people, to get up that interaction, to help the algorithm to work in your favor. Okay, so building your audience has got to be one of your number one priorities with your money-making activities and what you're concentrating on. Some of you are going too far in your online journey and you try to learn about email marketing and, creating capture pages and going into full-on advertising and things like that, but you're not growing an audience. So that's completely backwards. So growing the audience should be one of the first things. And in relation to duplication with your team, that's what you should be teaching your team. If you don't want to go to your warm market or you've exhausted your warm market and you want to find more people, then grow your audience. Find new friends in Facebook and grow your audience on your business page. Learn to sift and sort the people on your personal profile and send them over to your business page. Those kind of things. So, to duplicate in social media, one of the first things you should be teaching your team members is grow your audience in whatever way you can. Grow your audience. Don't just sit on social media. Make a post that you think is intriguing and wait for people to come. So many people in this industry are just doing it that way. They just expect that, they're going to push a post out there and people are just going to, respond to it. It's not a long-term strategy for building your brand and growing a business on social media. So always growing your audience and teach your team to do that. Teach your team to engage, interact. Teach them how to use Facebook stories, the feature, if they don't know how, and get them to use the poll feature and the questions feature. So people then put an answer straight into their messenger. Awesome. Teach your team how to duplicate engagement strategies. I'll be going through Facebook stories. If you don't know how to use Facebook stories to your advantage or use the polls or questions and things like that, or be a little bit more creative with stories, then you might want to consider joining us in the coaching community for the Organic Growth Bootcamp, because I'll be going through that as well. So that's the second one. The third one is learning how to promote without being spammy. We have this term called network marketing. And everybody sort of networks, not necessarily in the right way, but very few people know anything about marketing, have been taught nothing about marketing. It's more about spamming than marketing. So do you know how to promote appropriately? Do you know how to open the door appropriately? Do you know what language to use with people to find the right need to then offer your business as a solution? Little things like I would not recommend using the word interested. I mentioned this many times. Use the word open. Would you be open to looking at some information versus would you be interested in looking at some information? When you ask that, it's so easy for somebody to go, oh, not right now. I'm a little bit busy with the kids at home, homeschooling and stuff like that. So maybe later. But if I ask someone, are you open? People don't like to think they're not open, so they're more likely to say yes than imagine saying no to you're not open. Now, some people might. Some people might just have a door closed to it, but language, strategies in what questions to ask, how do you promote you're in a business in a way that doesn't feel spammy, that you don't get that icky feeling that, I don't know how to bring up my business because it might look like I'm being spammy. There are strategies all around, that. And that's what I'm going to be teaching in the Organic Organic Growth Bootcamp as well, is once you've got an audience and you're engaging with them, then how do you promote appropriately, which is attracting people to you and getting them to say yes, rather than you've chosen the wrong words, you've pitched it the wrong way, and the door's been closed. Okay, so this is very, very simple. These are the kind of strategies that anybody new to your team, you should be concentrating on with them, rather than any kind of fancy Facebook advertising type stuff in the beginning, because it overwhelms people. Let's keep it simple, keep the stress levels down for people that are starting in this business, and teach your people to start growing an audience. Yes, that might mean Facebook friending different people and starting to engage with them, not push with them. You know how I feel about those spammy messages that get sent to my inbox. And, just recently somebody saying happy birthday, but then tacking on the end of the happy birthday, have you ever thought about starting up a makeup business? That's not engaging. That's selfish. We don't want to come from a selfish place on social media. We want to build relationships, but we don't want you to build relationships for that long that you don't get any growth in your business because you're too scared to promote what it is that you have in the right way. So you're building relationships, but nothing happened and your business isn't growing because you're too scared to just flip it a little bit to introduce your business to somebody. So, the words that you use, how you interact and engage with people can make the difference between, success or not success in this industry. But you growing your team, if you can stick to some strategies, and you'll all do that a different way. So you'll grow your audience in different ways. It may be organic, it may be paid, it may be a combination of both. Engaging. Do you really know how to engage with people in the right way, the right words to use? Like, this is all copywriting skills, which is a bit beyond the new network marketer given, but there are very simple things that you can do to engage with people. And then when you've got that engagement going, like, promoting your business people in a way where they're already saying yes. You've asked the right questions where they've gone, yep. Yeah, and then you get to the actual sort of joining your business side of it, and they're so used to saying yes, and they've agreed with all the things that you're saying that it's a sort of a no-brainer. So everything relies on you and your skill level in all those areas. Growing an audience, engaging and interacting with people, and promoting your business. So for you growing your team, sometimes strip it back, forget about email marketing and all those kind of complicated things. If you're not growing an audience, if you're not getting new people in front of you all the time, then you're losing opportunities to grow your business. So some of you might need to take a step back and go, okay, I've got to concentrate on growing my audience. When you grow your audience, you build your influence. When you build influence, people get to know, like, and trust you. And you know what happens when people know, like, and trust you guys? They're more likely to become a lead. Then you have a conversation with them, and they're more likely to buy into your business because of the process that they've gone through. So just remember those 3 words for yourself and any kind of team members that you're training, especially those that are new to the industry and they've said to you, I don't want to bug my family and friends. I really don't. I want to find another way. I want to do it on social media. Okay, cool. We can work with that. I want to do Facebook ads. Okay, let's just take a step back for a minute. That's quite a different skill level. How about we start with growing your audience and networking with a few people? If somebody wants to start up a business page, they can, and grow the audience over there. Like, do some strategies to help grow your network. We can't build this business without growing our network, okay? Either through Facebook advertising or organic. But even if you are doing Facebook advertising, you should be trying to build your influence up on a business page, because you would have a business page if you're advertising. But you don't want to put ads out there and you've got next to nobody on your page that's not interacting with you. It's not an enticing page to look at. Nobody really knows what you're doing because your branding is confusing. Your organic reach on that page is crap because you're not giving it any attention. You can't rely on Facebook advertising without giving some attention to a business page. So the organic side of it is just as important if you're a Facebook advertiser. Okay? Does this make sense? Am I making sense? I know it's simple, but it's really something that you need to step back and have a look at and teach your people, because your people can't just sit on social media and wait for people to come. And that's what a lot of people do. And they'll put posts out there hoping to attract people to them, but they're not networking or engaging or interacting with anybody on social media. They might work full time. They've got no time to do that. So they just put posts out on social media hoping somebody will grab, but they're not growing an audience and they're not interacting, engaging with people. So it's kind of setting somebody up for failure because that's not going to work. Okay, I just realized the time. I've got less than 5 minutes to get on my webinar. So just a couple of quick comments. I'm so excited for this next boot camp. I'm excited for all of them. Laurie, I had an awesome call today. Oh, good. Voice message me and let me know how that went. That boot camp sounds fabulous. Sounds like it's going to be great. All my boot camps are great, guys. You know that. It's going to be a fantastic boot camp. Thank you for teaching us. So everybody in my coaching community, you're already covered. You've already have access to that. Any of you, like I haven't put any details out about it yet, or maybe I'll do that tomorrow, but any of you that are interested in joining the coaching community to get that boot camp, just put down the word organic and I'll follow you up. Boot camp sounds great. That's not a good way to start, sending birthday greetings and then promote. I couldn't believe it, Tammy. I mean, how bad is that? Hey girl, are you interested and open to building a native animal zoo? Very funny, Rick. Thank you for these tips. And now I'm so excited for the boot camp. So just remember, grow your audience, engage and interact, and then learn how to promote. Okay? Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Definitely makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Makes no sense. I need to start all over from the beginning. And that's not a bad thing, Carol. I'll leave it on that comment because I've really got to go. But sometimes you need to take a step back, guys, to move forward. And maybe it's growing your audience. So I know some of you are into, social media strategies and Facebook ads and funnels and all those kind of things. And yes, it's great at the right time. But if you're not growing an audience, who are you talking to? You're not giving yourself an opportunity to, bring people to you and build that influence. You should always be trying to build your influence on social media by bringing out education, entertaining content, inspiring people. So that's all about getting there, doing lives, right kind of posts and stuff like that. And I'll give you post ideas and strategies and stuff like that. Anyway, I've really got to go now. Awesome to have you so many on, especially when I'm not live at my normal time. So thank you for showing up. I hope that just sinks in some basics of what you might need to concentrate on. I'm not saying don't learn other strategies. Like if you got the time and the inclination, then learn as much as you can. But just remember, while you're learning, always try to grow your audience, engage with people and promote what it is you're doing while you're learning other things as well. That's got to be your foundation of your business as well as building that brand. Okay, so I hope that was helpful in some way. I will see you guys back to normal time tomorrow. Okay, so have an awesome rest of the day. Bye, guys.